Hello everybody and welcome to your D2CL action tonight here with me, Durka, in the joint Dota studios. We have some pretty good games for you, starting off with Hellraisers against Empire, a pretty big grudge match. They've balanced things out. I think they're 3-3 over the last couple of times they've played against each other, but Hellraisers, they're coming off the back of quite a few disappointing results, whereas Empire, they're looking pretty strong right now. Later on tonight, we have Ninjas in Pajamas going up against BBC, but let's head over to the draft for this game, see what we're dealing with, and find out what's going on. I can also welcome in my co-commentator tonight, Slash. What's going on?
Not too much, really. Casting some European games for a change.
Oh, yeah.
That'll be refreshing as well, so we're good.
Yeah, should be good. We've been casting a lot of Chinese games recently. We've been watching D2CL China, but that obviously has come to an end now. VG get that one Chinese slot, but there are 3 slots from Europe. 3 teams out of the 8 which are in the group stages right now, with Burden United actually being right at the top. But these 2 teams here, Team Empire and Hellraisers, you know, they've still got their chance. They can get themselves up there to that LAN. Now, Team Empire, we saw them the other day play up against Power Rangers, in fact. And in game number 1, they tried Shadow Demon Lina. A combination that we're seeing a lot of. It's come back into fashion from China. You know, we're seeing teams pick this up, run around with it. They didn't do too well. Power Rangers crushed them in game number 1, but they came back strong in game number 2. Picking up unusual heroes for Yoki, you know, Satin King off lane, definitely worked out for them. But this game, banning out Wisp and Shadow Fiend against Hellraisers, no surprises there. Slark and Venge, their secondary bans, while Hellraisers take out the Troll Sniper, Brewmaster, and TA. Interesting TA ban. Like, what do you think about that?
It's a hero that Resolution knows really well, so I would imagine it's more of a targeted ban than anything. Bristleback Empire is one of the teams that do like to run the Bristleback on the safe lane instead of the off lane. Although we've seen it played on the off lane a couple of times as well. But Silent is rather proficient on his Bristleback. So they're probably a good mid that can go up against whoever Hellraisers want to put mid, because we haven't really seen Storm mid that much from European teams overall.
Yeah, he's slowly been filtering his way back in there. You know, we did have that period of time when it was Storm safe lane, and that's where he would go. Sort of made popular a little bit by Era over on NIP. But then Sumail during DAC is like, hey guys, take a look at this. Play Storm mid, and now all the Chinese teams are doing it. A lot of the European teams have started bringing it back as well. And when you ban out, when Shadow Fiend's banned out, then you ban out a TA on top of that. I can kind of feel the Storm going towards mid. But like you said, there's always that chance that he does go down to that safe lane.
Yeah, overall, I think Team Empire are the slight favorites here coming into the matchup. I mean, they were the best Western team at Major All-Stars, and they look strong overall. Unfortunately, they will be... Is it D2C? No, wait. Which tournament is it that they have to attend without Yoki? MLG, yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
They apparently they will have Funnick playing as a stand-in. So, but now they have their full roster. Still, it's always a bit of a hassle. You know, you kind of want to practice for the upcoming tournament as well. But at the same time, I mean, Yoki is your main offlaner, and he is mainly has been the playmaker for Empire. Really, I think he's outstanding overall. He's had a great showing. And we're looking forward to what he can do this game as well. I'm not sure if he will be on the Bristleback or not. Team Empire's next 2 picks will give us an insight into how they will be laning this. But both teams so far basically getting one side laner that can be put into the mid as well, and both supports also being picked up. So Dazzler line for Team Empire, line of course good counterpick to the Storm Spirit, very, very common. We see them facing up against each other, as well as the Earthshaker AA combination, kind of old school, long range initiation coupled with the Storm Spirit, easy pick-off potential.
Yeah, definitely old school. You know, you think about combinations, and there's Earthshaker Wind Ranger, which is, you know, sort of stood the test of time, but we don't see it too much anymore. AA and ES though, they've got the potential to just sit back and farm. They can play relatively defensively, but then once they hit level 6, well, especially AA hitting level 6, there's that long-range initiation power, Fissure from Fog, Ice Blast to follow, and then, like you said, Storm Spirit zips in to finish off the kill. Now, guys, if you're having problems with the video, try refreshing your stream. Everything should be working fine. I've got the preview going in. It looks all good to me. So if your screen is black, just try refreshing, restarting your browser, Control F5 even to do the hard refresh, and things should be looking good for you. Queen of Pain there, the pickup from Team Empire, to face up against the Storm Spirit and Hellraisers. Where do we look now? Earthshaker AA. We're looking at supports. Safe lane and mid support basically is what the Earthshaker really does. You know, moves between mid lane and stacks up counts for the Storm Spirit. Spirit Breaker can offer you that extra global potential. You know, give vision with a charge and run around the map for the AA to find kills. So now we're looking for an active, I feel like an active one-role hero. Because there's going to be that period of time between, let's say, 8 minutes and 15 minutes. Around that period. Where Storm Spirit goes from being a dominant force in the game, where he's going around looking for kills, to when he needs to finish off that item. He needs to finish off his Orchid or his Bloodstone, and he doesn't really want to put himself in danger, especially against the nuke damage from Empire they've got right now.
Overall, Hellraiser's lineup are very good at fighting, of course, but they have one glaring weakness. Once again, they can't push towers. Neither of the two supports are particularly good at it. Storm Spirit and Spirit not exactly known for being big pushers here. So I would imagine that Hellraiser, they want either an even harder carry and then put Storm on the mid lane, or they go with something pushier. I mean, the hero that stands out so far for me would be the Lycan. I don't know if Hellraisers play him. But the Axe ban, pretty good ban if you want to pick the Lycan yourself.
Yeah.
That would be pretty good. Overall, matches up really nicely against both Lion as well as Queen of Pain as well. Queen of Pain, you can blink out, but Lycan with his 650 movements, you can still chase you down. And so I think Lycan would be a really good pick for Hellraiser. Almost all the other heroes have already been banned out. I mean,
Jug?
Jug's still in the pool. Good point. Yeah.
That's the one, you know, Lycan stands out for you, Juggernaut stands out for me. Hellraiser's obviously going to be proficient with that hero. Like, you definitely know that they play Juggernaut. But I'm liking that Lycan, because with Chilling Touch and Howl, you've got Storm Spirit, AA, and potentially Spirit Breaker can get in there and close the gap onto these heroes. Now, you mentioned that Hellraisers don't have too much in the way of pushing. I'm looking at Empire and thinking, okay, they don't have too much in the way of teamfight control. They've got Lion with the Earthspike and Hex, but outside of that, they've got Nasal Goos are slow, Poison Touch is a slow, and if you level it up to 4, then you've got the little stun. Queen of Pain, Shadow Strike, slow. It feels like they need something. I don't know if they want a Magnus, but then then you're looking at what, Queen of Pain's safe lane, possibly for Silent.
I wouldn't be so sure. Actually, Magnus is something that Yoki really likes to play as well.
True.
So you might see offlane Magnus, safe lane Bristleback, mid Queen of Pain. It would make sense, at least in terms of the draft. But they go for the sanking. Yeah, okay, that's something that Yuki has also played. They're one of the very few teams that still run the core sanking, and which I like. I mean, Hellraisers, in theory, they could also run offlane Earthshaker and then have Spirit Breaker support, but it's kind of, I mean, doesn't really make much sense in this scenario. So I'm pretty sure they just want another core and be done with it, really. But sanking overall, I mean, He's great in almost every single situation. Even if he gets zoned out on the offlane, he can still go farm the jungle. And Team Empire, fortunately, they don't exactly have another hero that desperately needs the jungle as well.
True.
So sanking should be good overall. Yeah, he's great at team fights. He's good for those small skirmishes as well. Good INT push.
Oh.
And Hellraisers go for the Morphling. So who is playing that one? Artes, so safe lane Morphling then. Alpha Ninja, Storm Spirit mid, I would imagine, at least.
But you have this Sand King, it's what the hero was looking for. It's got that teamfight control, it's got the great defensive capabilities as well, but also the fact when you look at this safe lane tri-lane, which is a potential here from Hellraisers, I did mention that Earthshaker likes to move between safe and mid and stack camps on his way through, but the main strength of Earthshaker is having that block off. You land the Fisher, you stun them, but you block them in. With Burrow Strike, he doesn't give a damn. Yoki's going to be diving underneath that Fisher and getting out of trouble. In fact, we are looking, you called it, offlane Earthshaker.
Huh. I didn't really think that was going to be the case, but there we go. I mean, Goddam is playing the Spirit Breaker, so it's indeed going to be offlane offlane Earthshaker. Probably just prioritizing the Earthshaker blink a little bit. Sometimes we still see them struggling a lot, though. I mean, it's a hero that can't really rotate into the jungle that easily. So overall, I would give a slight edge to Empire's lineup. I think Hellraiser's that Morphling pick, can you get behind it?
I'm okay with it. I don't know. See, the big thing for me is he's going to be elusive in team fights, and I think the pick came out because Empire are lacking stuns. But then the sand pick came, and it's sort of like, well, okay, maybe he won't be able to do as much in team fights as maybe they thought he would. But the fact that he can, dodge through Burrow Strike and can evade the Sonic Wave and things like that with his waveform. He doesn't really have a big target to replicate, though. We'll see. We'll see what he goes for. We've seen lots of weird and unusual things from Morphling players in the CIS scene, and Silent is one that has really stood out. FaZe Boots Morphling back at Starlight like a year ago. The Starlight before the last one, I think it was, quite some time ago. But we'll find out what he goes for.
Yeah. Overall, personally, I think the Morphling pick makes it a bit awkward for them doing mid game. It's a pick that basically he's very strong on during the lane, but then when it comes to those mid-game team fights, of course he survives rather nicely, but he doesn't contribute too much, and there is still the problem once again with getting objectives.
Resolution brings himself out of salve. We see this. We haven't seen this too much from European mids. Chinese mids, Ferrari in particular, I guess a couple of the other ones as well, like maybe. They've started doing this a lot when it's a matchup where you need to blink or get up on top of the enemy ramp and do that damage down. When you're constantly trading hits like this, having that extra salve, sure, you're expending 100 gold and slowing down your bottle a little bit. But the damage you can do with that one investment is so massive. You slow down your enemy's bottle more than you delay your own.
Yeah, I mean... although the bottle does come out for the Storm Spirit, so Alpha Ninja is in the very early stages. Managed to get 4 CS, and we'll be happy with it. Overall, you can also bottle through if you Shadow Strike hits, which is okay. I mean, you're not going to get the full regen off, really, but the intervals aren't that bad to bottle through.
That's a good point, actually. Resolution went for the full Null Talisman, while Alpha Ninja did go for just Circlet and a couple of branches. Pulled himself got pulled some tangos, while they're equal on last hits. So the Storm Spirit definitely coming out on top here, even though Resolution brought himself that salve. Down in bot lane, Yoki, he's got one last hit. He's level 1, nearly level 2. He's doing okay for now.
He really wants the level 2, or he can't really trade hits with the Spirit Breaker. That's just one of the weaknesses of an offlane Sanking. There are very rare cases where you can trade hits with support since you're melee. And your base armor isn't particularly impressive, neither is your base damage.
No, very true indeed. 12 for 7 now on the Queen of Pain, so definitely starting to open up that lead. Bottle is incoming now for Resolution. He's got level 1 in Shadow Strike, but the 2 in Scream of Pain. Up against the Storm Spirit, he can really start applying that pressure on this mid lane. Push him out and take control of those waves. Always want to fly. Sitting very high up in this lane. Goretz has no chance whatsoever getting any experience, but it's pretty much equal between the two offlaners now, Earthshaker with 3 last hits. Sure, he's got 2 more than the Sand King, but not that meaningful right now.
Yoki is going to try to soak up some XP there from the pull through from AA. But now Spirit Breaker moves over once again, and he's forced to run.
Oh, Storm before he hits level 6 is a vital target for Empire. And you can see where Lion is standing right now, smoked up. His smoke's going to expire. He's low on HP, but Storm Spirit feels it coming. Heads into the jungle and starts farming up this large camp.
Lord goes for a bit of a wander about there. Goretz, how's the creep wave looking? No, it's not. They're not pushing in. Otherwise, they might think of going for a dive there. But Aloha Dance level 2 line isn't that impressive, since level 1 Impel really only stuns for 1 second.
Well, they've got Silent to dive the tower. Goretz is sitting on about 360 HP.
Yo.
But I'm looking back down at Yoki, being slammed around by Godam on the Spirit Breaker.
That's just very little he can do. Are they stacking for him in the jungle? No, they have 1 medium stack, which is okay, and because there were no Mark Golems to be had.
Oh boy. Aloha Dance is charged up. First blood is attempted here, but he's going to throw out the Hex. Yep, he'll get it. Aloha Dance will get juked around by Goretz, throws the Fissure, and the charge is still coming in. Can they trade it out? Doesn't look like they can. Earthshaker's the first to fall, but what do we have left? Level 2 Shadow Dance? Shadow Wave even. Shadow Dance. There's no Slark in the game, it's a Dazzle. He was coming off cooldown shortly. Alpha Ninja's joined in, Silent, spamming out those cool sprays, but Spirit Breaker slams him down, and now the charge. Charges off cooldown. They can close the gap on Silent, but he dodges out the Fissure.
That was a bit odd.
Well, it was into the nighttime, into the fog.
So. 3 bashes, that's so far.
Goddamn, how many
three
more?
matches in six hits, I think.
Illusions. They're going to try and block him off.
Block.
Body block here, yep, no. They let him get past, and in
dying.
comes Resolution with a Scream of Pain. So far, a 2-for-2 trade, and Empire, along with that first blood, they're going to be feeling happy about this.
Alpha Ninja is still not 6. I mean,
Yep, you're damn right.
It's really, really awkward.
But he gets the Vortex Resolution, one more hit, one more second until
Blink.
Blink, he can't get it!
Oh, boy.
He gets taken out, but Storm Spirit, this is an absolute slaughterfest. As Empire and Hellraisers are just battling it out in the river. The river is the fourth lane. Where's he
going
going?
to turn around? Gorth has... Oh, he's got 7 stick charges. How much mana is that going to give him?
Enough for a Fissure?
Yeah.
Oh, no, he doesn't.
No.
He doesn't. 10 more mana until he has a Fissure. That's slightly miscalculated. Goddamn wants to keep on diving. Always want to fly. Still has heal and level 1 grave. Spirit Breaker. Spirit Breaker, you're diving a tower. You're going to die now. A couple more hits. He's got nothing. Oh, TP.
He's just got a TP.
Really?
One more hit.
No. Always want to fly gets it.
That was really kind of praying to RNGs to get one more Bastion.
That's the thing. He was walking under the tower. Always want to fly level 4. You have to expect he's got 1 point in grave at the very least.
No. A charge coming once again is so much hate.
Charge where? Top lane again?
Yep.
Oh, man.
And this time he's out of mana for grave. He has no mana for grave, so that should be a kill. Unless he gets to the tier 2 one. What
It's
level
level
is
1.
charge? Level 1 charge.
charge. He's so damn slow.
It's really not so good. The interesting stats. That Ghost has really never played Earthshaker before. Well, at least probably not in a competitive match. I'm pretty sure he's played it in pubs. Yeah, so basically we just had an explosion of kills once again, like typical CIS Dota. And fighting non-stop. Meanwhile, Artis is just, the quiet guy sitting on safe lane, farming the whole time.
That's just who I pan my camera to. It's like, okay, we had all of this brawling up in top lane, Resolution, Silent, everyone. Actually, everyone except Dread and Artes. Those are the two guys that have been sitting bot, stacking, pulling, farming through. So it's kind of been a 3 versus 5. While Empire are the ones that, get the slight edge. But in the end, Artes' farming on this bottom lane outweighs the edge that they got in these team fights.
Yeah, and Dread is also rushing a Midas. He already picked up Gloves of Haste, which is a bit unusual. Most people kind of save until they have enough gold for the Midas recipe and then go for it. But it's fine, I guess. Lower Downs wants to come in once again, but...
Storm level 6.
Yeah, it's really difficult. I mean, I'm pretty sure they don't... No, they have a DD rune on Quap. They probably need to harass him a little bit more. I think they need level 7 on Quap probably. Nah, gets denied, so needs one more creep. Charge, mid lane.
But the follow through isn't here. Goddamn once again puts himself into a really dangerous situation. Yeah. Resolution says goodnight.
I'm not quite sure what the thought process was here. I mean, even just with the two of them, they can't kill the Queen of Pain, I think.
I think it was kind of like charge in, see what happens.
Alpha Ninja? Wow, it's really literally using his mana pool there. Impel is gonna get thrown up, but charge again, once again onto mid lane. This cow just doesn't stop.
I'm wondering if they were expecting AA level 6 or if they were thinking Earthshaker TP's in. You needed one he doesn't steal the boundary. Queen of Pain now in a pretty good position, but Aloha downs. The charge not going to hit. Resolution will find himself a decent kill here as long as he doesn't miss uphill, which he will not. But goddamn, charge off cooldown in 5 seconds. The DD wears out. Luckily, Resolution doesn't have any mana left to jump in and kill him.
Yeah. He doesn't have no mana for Blink Screen. Even then, probably 2 more hits would be necessary.
Where's he going? Where is he going now? Goddamn,
the cow?
Where are you heading? Charging down to bot lane, always want to fly. He's a level 6 support Dazzle. He's actually the 5th highest level in the game.
Wow, I think he got like solo XP for 2 kills or something. I mean, he definitely got solo XP for the kill on Spirit Breaker before.
Yeah, where on earth is Carmen Sandiego? Spirit Breaker.
Yeah. Goddamn, he would preferably hit level 4 and then get level 2 charge.
If he's lucky. If he's a good boy.
Lucky. Yeah.
Well, Goretz on his top lane has his Tranquil Boots. So working towards that Soul Ring, which we see from these offlane Earthshakers now.
Next patch, please.
Yeah. How we're looking net worth wise though. 4.2k on the Morph lane down at bot lane. But Bristleback and Queen of Pain are not far behind. You know, you've got these 4 heroes up in the top net worth that haven't been shut down too much. And then you look at the supports and the offlaners. The big difference, the big standout hero there is Yoki. The fact that he has been able to dip back into this jungle, take the large camp, stack them up and farm them up. He's doing a lot better than his counterpart, the Earthshaker, who is actually behind the Dazzle and the Lion.
Yeah. There's no big surprise here, though, since Earthshaker, I mean, Sand had just at some point, okay, time to go to the jungle. Earthshaker doesn't have the same thing. You know, he talked about it during the drafting phase, well, after the drafting phase was ended, and we saw him being played as the offlaner. So I don't know if this decision is going to come to bite them back in the ass, but Resolution, once again, going a bit aggressive there on Goddamn. Goddamn kind of charges in, and Storm zip in to prevent Queen of Pain from going further. ulti casually being chucked there towards top lane. I mean, they wanted to hit it on mid lane, but obviously Corp was already backed off at that point.
Yeah. They wanted to land up, you know, charge into Vortex, hit the Ice Blast, and maybe kill Resolution, but he was just a little bit too quick on the trigger finger, blinking himself back to his own to the own side of the river, and back behind his tier 1. Silent has Vanguard Treads and Magic Wand completed, so he's looking pretty good right now. But when does this timing hit? When is it time for Empire to say, okay, Silent, you go running around the map, try and find kills, push into this tier 1, and give Alohadance the space he needs to... Actually, I'm talking about him finishing off his Blink Dagger.
Top lane.
Yep, I'm seeing the Ice Blast.
Coming with an ulti as well.
Nice Earth Spike though. Yoki now going to try and turn this around. Fisher will finish off that Lion. As Yoki can't find the burst strike in. Whoa, max range. Finally takes down the Spirit Breaker.
That was damn close,
yeah.
Yes, but with the extra movements even Tranquil Boots being unbroken there, managing to get into range. Resolution was coming with the DD as well, so pretty sure they would have gotten the kill either way, but it's a 1-for-1 trade, and nice boost to the economy for Goris, so he's got enough gold for the Soul Ring. But tier 1 tower falls on top lane, and bot lane Artis gonna try to do the same, but it's not that easy.
And then when you've got Silent, this is what I'm talking about. Now's the time where Silent is like, okay, we've taken tier 1. It's time to go and put some pressure on this Morphling. He's had enough time to farm up. I've got to stop this. Lion, he unfortunately died when he had about 1,800 gold or so, but he's back up there. 400 until that blink, and it's 12 minutes in. He's just hit level 6, so it's a pretty decent time from him. He solo smokes, in fact. It looks like they're heading into the Radiant Jungle.
Resolution also picks up the Invision, blinks towards the high ground, but they should have seen this. We see Alpha Ninja already backing off there as well. Who's this? Dread. Really, I mean, he's taking the, you know, rushing naked Midas to the next level because he is really rushing complete naked without boots, without anything, no stick, no TPs even.
Screw it. Who needs wards?
Yeah.
Well, in fact, we do have wards up, but who actually bought that? True Believe. Oh, that's a Dire Ward. Never mind.
That's a long zip there to Alohadance.
Yeah, I guess the other spike down to Alpha Ninja. Artez and Alpha Ninja still trying to fight up here. Storm has limited mana, but he's got the Soul Ring cooling down in 20 seconds. Not enough time, though, for him to pop it and run back in.
It's a bit of a free pickoff, and Lion's going to be annoyed that he died once again, so close to his blink. He really kind of a bit over-eager, I would say, to trying to use the Finger of Death, but it's really not working out for him. Resolution rushing Orchid at the same time as Morphling rushing the Lincoln Sphere, so it's kind of already premeditated counter.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, Morphling
Echo Slam Resolution, did he go in there? No, he's got Blink, but A-Alt is going to follow him, is going to connect as well. Charge in 4 seconds time.
Resolution's ticking down, but there's no way it kills him.
Oh,
they get the charge off, but with the heal and grave, there's no way Goddamn chases that through. Always want to fly getting battered by that replicate of Silent, as the rest of HR, they're thinking about going in, but it's a difficult decision.
Hello, Spirit Breaker.
10 stick charges, and he's got charge. But that doesn't save you against the Finger of Death.
About that. Didn't work.
Now the question is, tier 1 tower here is low HP. As Empire, is the next stage just to go into the Radiant Jungle and take down stacks? Just see what kind of economy you're dealing with? Because that could cripple them. Oh man, Storm. Stunned up, but good Fisher there, and he's fine regardless. With the zip away, he'll make his way out.
Well, you see Empire, they get the 2 towers at the same time when HL tried to group up and push, it just didn't really work. Then easily. But AA's got his Midas now, so you can start building boots. I mean, overall, probably you don't really need it since he's always been long range and then chucking out ultimates everywhere. It's not really been involved too much.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
Zip over. Resolution not held in place. Vortex is going to come out a little bit late, but still takes him down. The smoke up here from Aloha down to Nyoki. Gonna try and hunt someone down with Silent here, slowing down Goretz. Okay, Ice Blast gonna hit onto Lion. The heal comes out first though, so well played by Always Wanna Fly. The Grave applied to the Lion. But in the end,
it's Morphling though.
It's Morphling dying, exactly. In the end, HR are losing heroes left and right. They land their spells, they get a decent combo off, but they can't fight through the sustain of Silent.
They look kind of funny. Meanwhile, Alpha Ninja was just farming neutrals. Oh well. While this all was happening, but a bit underestimating the minus armor coming out from both the Weave from the Dazzle as well as the even vicious nasal goo there from Silent as well. So that was Morphling's armor was essentially non-existent there, and Silent, they have a big ass ancient stack waiting for him.
Oh man. But yeah, you're absolutely right. The minus armor from Weave just ticking over. The Morphling standing there thinking, hey, I'm pretty strong. I've got Ultimate Orb, I can morph to strength. Doesn't mean a damn thing. You're dropping your agility so low that you're losing all of your armor anyway, and then you're losing more. Empire, Yoki.
Who's getting charged?
Lion.
Oh,
Lion's getting cancelled. Burrow Strike hits, Earth Spike misses. Fisher now will lock in Aloha down to Ice Blast. Okay. Okay, they find a consolation kill on the Lion.
That's good. I really thought that Empire might try to fight there, but probably didn't really know who else was behind them, so they just leave the Lion to die. He's got his blink anyway, so we're all good.
Who gets their Orchid first? Storm or Quap? Like, Queen of Pain is closer, technically, but Storm farms faster, I want to say.
Well, I would say it's about even, really. Doing a difference, but Lincoln's being revealed there by the Morphling, so Quap can't solo kill a Morphling either way.
That's the thing, like, Storm farms faster, Queen of Pain is ahead a little bit, so I think they're going to get, as long as there are no, like, determining factors outside of that, as long as one of them doesn't die in the next 3 or 4 minutes, I think they'll get their Orchids at exactly the same time, and it's going to come down to who jumps first. Who gets that initial Orchid hit on?
Mid lane, Goretz. Are they going to go in? Yep,
yeah, Yoki with a blink. Sonic Wave will definitely help out here, but that's a good Ice Blast. Landing on 3, Resolution now pops the invis. He's going to try and hide from this. Godown keeps the vision, but they don't have the big red dot above Resolution's head
Strike
anymore.
up again. They are earning the Sand King up. They can go for this.
Yeah, they can. Yoki's ready. Jumps in. Oh, with a Shadow Wave. That damage. So there's the Storm Spirit dying, and there's more gold in the Queen of Pain's pocket as she closes in and is now 400 away from that Orchid. While Storm Spirit is, what, 1,600? There's a good 1,200 gap now between the two of them.
Yeah. Overall, it's just Empire's one position can participate in the fight. We see Sarden constantly fighting with this team. He's participating in 7 out of the 12 kills. And Morphling, meanwhile, I mean, even if he would join, he can't really do much. I mean, he hits a few people and then I guess he waveforms through and replicates back, but that's pretty much it. You don't contribute that much as a Morphling. And of course, Yoki having his Blink Dagger way before Goris' Earthshaker.
Yep. And Morphling, with the itemization he's going, it's obviously going to be focused right now, or for at least the next, 5 to 10 minutes, split pushing and staying away from his team. He needs that next big item. Lincoln's, it allows you to farm pretty safely across the map. The HP and mana regen is great for pushing out waves and just sustaining you away from the fountain and away from your team. If he does get into trouble, you do have the global presence from the Storm, Spiritbreaker, and AA to jump in and help him out, just to try and turn fights around. So, HR might be using the Morphling as bait a little bit here, while he is farming off on the other side of the map. But Empire are going to be wary of this. They probably will be taking fights in the Radiant Jungle, limiting how much farm the Storm Spirit and the rest of the team can get, because if you look at this Earthshaker, you mentioned it, we've mentioned it, his farm is limited. He's sitting on 1,300 right now, which I've got to admit, he's done a great job getting that far. 900 away from his Blink Dagger, but that's a big item to get. And if he dies a couple more times over the period of the game, during the period when Morphling is split off from the rest of the team, Empire could just cruise to victory here.
Overall, Empire, they are tightening the noose, as you can see. They're just upping the pace instantly. Like, once they have their most important items, they've got Crimson Guard on bristleback, which makes all the diving, much easier if they're fighting at the enemy tower, which they are doing constantly. And with tanking Blink Dagger as well, Queen of Orchid soon to be completed, they can just force down towers. And Morphling can't. I mean, yes, of course he can split push, but he doesn't do it particularly fast yet.
Yeah.
I mean, he's only got Naked's boots, and not even treads being complete. I mean, he's going to pick them up soon, I think. So at least he's got the attack speed to be able to force down towers that quickly. But so far, I think Empire just going to ignore him and fight the rest of the team.
Yeah, exactly. We do see Artez, no Ring of Aquila, no treads like you mentioned. He has gone the pretty much all-out Lincoln's Rush, which, AA with the Midas Rush, does he have anything outside of that Midas? No, he's actually bought himself some wards, so observers and sentries for him. Goddam has been the one that's run around with the observer wards for the majority of the game, so give the Spirit Breaker a little bit of a rest, allow him to, finish off treads, buy a BKB or an Ogre Club at the very least, and start tanking up, because they need that frontliner. They need someone to kind of wave at the bristleback and say, yoo-hoo, look at me, and then, charge around, running around, while Silent tries to take him out, because Storm is elusive in fights. He's going to be zipping about. Morphling can waveform and replicate around. Earthshaker's going to be sitting in the back lines, while AA is going to be hiding in the fog, maybe sitting in Fountain, launching out that long-range artillery of the Ice Blast. So it is going to be down to Spirit Breaker, almost, man-fighting the bristleback.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah, exactly. Which is why I think they need to give him quite a lot of farm priority, which is difficult, because then Dread is put into this role where I need Aghanims, I need my farm as well. Sure, I've got Midas, but guys.
Frankly speaking, I think even if Spiritbreaker would have, I don't know, what hook could he get? I mean, Tread's completed as well as an Ogre Club, I guess. Even then, Bristleback just beats him to the pulp at the moment. So Bristle is currently untouchable. I don't think they can kill him at all. I don't foresee him dying the next 10 minutes, I would say. There are not exactly items that come out that can kill him easily, especially with the Dazzle on his team as well.
Grey face, no space.
No good. We will need to load with Stanton if he won't come back. He's just completely gone. Okay.
Damn. No,
Looks
not the
like
D word.
Oh, no.
Stop. Why DDoS feeder? Durka, did you know my computer sings? No, Cart, I did not know your computer sings.
Is that a common occurrence?
It's Adele. Oh boy. It's rolling
really
in. Shut the hell up, that wasn't funny.
Well, good thing he's our stats man.
Yeah. Thank you, Cart. Every little message you see pop up there is at Cart Dota, our little stats man. That was great, and you know it. I'll let it slide.
Yeah, as you can judge by our reactions, we are absolutely
His light
thrilled.
light went off. I'm guessing he's lost electricity then. That's not good.
How does he? Are they living in the same building or something?
Mobile phone. Come on. The only explanation is if he phoned him up on a mobile.
Exactly. But why does he say his light went off? No, he could just say that there's an electricity.
I think Dread is having a little bit of a troll. It's April Fool's.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he's having a little bit of a joke. I'm not sure if it is DDoS, he's lost his electricity, if his hard drive is blown up. We're not sure what the reason is, but don't panic, guys. Don't riot. Just grey face, no space, and everything's good. Everything is good in the world.
What the hell are you doing with the camera?
I'm gonna have to stop because I'm zooming around. I crush cans for. That sounds like an awful job. Yeah.
But are we really?
See, now I need a soundboard with that drum kit. But credit to EG in control. I'm pretty sure that joke has been around for a good 40 years.
Yeah,
that's like a dad joke. That's like a dad joke from the 50s.
Yeah, a bad one at that. But I don't know. Does Toby have one of those? One of those sound thingies, the soundboards with those weird ass sounds. Wow, we should sponsor one for him. We get one for Join Dota, seriously.
Yeah, but the thing is, there would be 20 buttons on the soundboard. 19 of them would say black hole, and then one of them, I don't know, what would the 20th one be?
I don't know. I love
it's
Pro
a
Ranger,
disaster.
I guess. It's just Toby confessing his love for
Oh yeah,
Power Ranger,
true.
I think.
Nobody has done that in the history of Dota.
Dota. Good point, yes.
Oh yeah, that's a good one, Cart. Okay, so 18 would be Black Hole. 1 would be no one has ever done that in the history of Dota. 1 would be it's a disaster.
Yeah, let's think of some other Toby quotes.
Nah, that's it.
No, that's it. Okay.
We're all good. Maybe we can come up with some for me and Cap, but we don't have our catchphrases yet.
Yeah, it's gonna take some time to get used to it, I guess.
Overall, guys, Empire are in the lead. About 5,000 net worth lead right now for Team Empire, while experience is looking about 2.5k. 2.5k there in terms of experience. They have the lead, they've won their lanes, and they've got their key heroes, the core items they need. Queen of Pain close to the Orchid, Silent with the Crimson Guard Sand and nearly Sand and Yasha, while Always Wanna Fly, the support Dazzle. He's running around with Arcane Boots and Urn, the Lion has Blink. Empire have a lot of tools at their disposal to pretty much just close this game out. Tier 1 at mid is still standing. Tier 2s shouldn't be a massive issue. Hellraisers, what kind of creep clear do they have? Throw Ice Blast out on that 40-second cooldown. Storm Spirit zip in with Ball Lightning and spend his entire mana pool. It's not easy for them.
Well, they just have no damage right now. That's the biggest problem. They have no damage source. I mean, Ice Blast is nice and everything to prevent people from regening up, but you need some burst to pair it up with. And so far, is essentially their highest damage spell is Fissure, like long range Fissure. That's it in terms of burst. There's nothing else. I mean, okay, Morphling Waveform, I guess, but he's never there. So.
Oh my goodness.
Are we really continuing with this?
No, I did not know that someone stole your soap. Okay, I think we stop here. If you can come up with some Dota dad jokes, if you can go over to the Dota dad joke Reddit and pull out some good ones. Cap and I went over there and had a quick look. We found we opened up about 30 threads and we found one decent one that was that barely gave a chuckle.
There is a subreddit for this?
Of course there is. Dota dad jokes. It basically recycles regular dad jokes like the one Cart is pumping out right now, but it fits the Dota theme in there. Or put a Dota hero in or something like that.
There used to be those Chuck Norris Vigos jokes, right? They were some of them were kind of funny though.
I totally forgot about that. I kind of missed that.
Yeah. Who did Slaughter send flower? I'm actually gonna think about that one.
Who did Slaughter send flowers to?
I don't. Oh my God! Okay,
Wow.
I should have seen that coming.
Yes.
I should have seen that coming.
I think my brain went to amplify damage, and I was trying to think of ways of modifying amplify, and there's nothing. I've got nothing, and then of course it's the Slytherin crush.
Well, keep going, Carl. Maybe we'll actually at some point come up with the answer.
Right. We need load withstanding if time went off. Admin, hello. Why is Kunkka a pirate instead of an admiral? I do not know. Why is Kunkka a pirate instead of an admiral? Is it because X marks the booty or something? Oh, he torrents. Ha ha ha. Right, it looks like Goddam is gone. So we're probably going to have to reload here with a stand-in for Hellraisers.
Well, Goddam is gone, so is all admin apparently.
Admin, hello. we need.
Please.
Right. Okay. Well, someone has already asked in the Skype chat for the admins, so hopefully we'll get an answer in there. Why does Luna hate Venomancer so much? And this is going to be the last one, guys. I'm pretty sure we've melted your brains enough. He keeps trying to poison Nova. Okay. I'm done. I'm out, guys. I'm done. See ya. I'm done. I'm done with this. I'm done with Cart's dad jokes. The punchlines. The punchlines are too big.
Has it ever annoyed you as well? Like Nova's accent is neither Irish nor Scottish. It's just something in the middle. Yeah.
I have, when I used to go on the Dota 2 dev forums, I would post bugs. I'd post bugs and I'd talk about bug reports and things like that. But one of the most active threads I've ever been involved in was a thread saying, "Why does Luna's voice acting sound so goddamn awful?" And I've got to agree. I've had this discussion with multiple people. People outside of the UK don't get it. They just think, oh look,
Yeah.
it's a Scottish accent. But for people,
It's really not.
no, exactly. For people, for especially Scottish and Irish people, they're sort of like, what the hell is that? It's this abomination against any kind of accent. But it's a mongrel, you know. It's a mix of Northern Irish, regular Irish, Scottish, a bit of Northern English. It's just this amalgamation of all British Isles accents thrown in together. It sounds a little bit awkward to people who are from the UK, but I guess it probably sounds pretty nifty for people outside. Nova.
Oh god, that was never mind. I'm not even gonna go there and try to do it. Well, admin apparently is picnicking somewhere. Who knows? Like, where are they when we actually need them? Like,
well, in Skype chat, they're answering. Let's wait 5 more minutes. We can wait more if that helps. They're trying to find out what the cause is first. But I'm pretty sure that the fact that how long have we actually been waiting? I haven't taken a counter down for this.
I don't know. Carl can probably tell us. He's our stats man.
10 minutes or more?
Give or take, yeah.
10, 15 minutes? I'm pretty sure that he's not coming back anytime soon.
Yeah, be a shame. I mean, HR probably thinking, goddamn feeder, you know, it's just whatever.
Well, that's what Dredd said. Dredd said, why DDoS the feeder?
Yeah.
Which I find kind of amusing.
Everybody using question marks.
Well, the biggest problem I have right now is that I cannot hover over Sand King.
I know, right? It's almost as annoying as the TP sound. Yeah. Actually, I'm currently still debating which one is more annoying.
That's why that's why, guys, if you're wondering why I've been looking at Observer Wards, why I've been looking at creep waves and looking at the disconnected hero and people running back and forth. If I look here and if I zoom into Sand King, your ears will be destroyed by the sound of the sandstorm.
You can look at effigies.
That's very true. We haven't looked at effigies. I did spot out a black hold one. Always Wanna Fly has an Enigma effigy over in the dire base. What else have we got? Nothing. A Magnus one for Yoki, in fact, not resolution. No inscription. He's just sort of leaping up into the air, stomping down onto the ground. Not too sure what's happening there. Do they only have two? Two effigies? Come on.
2 effigies per team, as I can see. As far as I can see.
Damn.
I mean, HR only have 2 as well.
My rock and roll queen, the Queen of Pain from Godam and Brewmaster. I'm going to assume that what it says there in Cyrillic, I'm not sure if it's well, it's Dread, so it's going to be Russian. Not Ukrainian or anything like that, but I'm gonna guess it's something to do with drinking alcohol.
Yeah, I mean, he's in a rather unquestionable pose.
Yeah, he is definitely drinking alcohol.
And it's a Russian player, so obviously people will make the connection at some point.
Admin, can you TP top? Admin, can you TP top? Drop your stick, drop your stick, drop your stick.
Isn't that from Envy stream?
I don't know whose stream it's from. I've just seen it everywhere. It's one of those little memes. I've seen it on Sin stream, Bulldog stream. It's Envy? Okay, originated on Envy stream, so yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I think he gets rather emotional even in pub games. I believe he's like one of the biggest tryhard players out of the competitive ones, and yeah, I can totally imagine him actually saying that on stream. Meanwhile, Dread is doing his best sniper impersonation and asking admin if he's here, but no answer to be had.
DotaSoundboards.com. Or is this going to be porn?
I hope not.
Sing Sing Soundboard, Eternal Envy Soundboard. Do I actually want to play this?
Drop your stick! Drop your stick!
Why not?
Drop your stick! Get Roshan! Get Roshan! Get Roshan!
Okay.
Get Roshan!
That's pretty good. I'm not gonna go through them all, guys. Cart did throw up the link there. DotaSoundboards.com. I've played a couple. I have played them on stream. Right, we're going to load. We're going to load, guys. I'm gonna switch over to the holding screen and fingers crossed. Fingers crossed we'll get back into the game sometime soon. Sometime soon, please.
That's one thing that I loved about Chinese games, you know? They didn't have DDoS.
Not just that. Not just DDoS, but the fact that they're all there on time. Game starts maybe 3 or 4 minutes late, but whatever.
More like 10 minutes early sometimes.
Oh, we've had it half an hour early before.
Yeah.
But I don't know. In Europe, we've had DDoS, we've had, you know, players not turn up, all sorts of nonsense like that. Cap has been doing a lot of the European games, and he's had an interesting time. Mainly due to the fact that whenever he leaves the studio or comes into the studio as the first person to cast, something breaks. Something breaks. So, you know, he'll be the one casting late at night, and I'll come in the morning and be like, okay, I've got 25 minutes to set up the stream and get things up and running. Oh, nothing's uploading. Okay, this isn't working. Why is nothing? Cap, what have you done? He just like unleashes gremlins or something when he leaves the studio. But we've not had any problems over this week. Actually, it's been pretty good. Drop your stick. Drop your stick. Yep. The players are nearly in the lobby. I may as well just switch over. Actually, let's show you guys the lobby. Insight behind the scenes.
Yeah. No lobby chat so far. I mean, obviously the player missing is goddamn. So I don't know who HR will get as a stand-in. Probably Funnick. I mean, he's essentially kind of. Who is this? Oh god, I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that name.
Akashi Sejuro?
Yeah, probably for some anime. I don't know.
Yeah, I actually have no idea who that is. Cart, help. Actually, I don't know if Cart can hear it. He can't hear us because we're not talking in Dota TV. We're now only talking on the stream. So guys, for those of you just joining us, I know we've just peaked in viewers a little bit. We are reloading with a stand-in. Goddam from HR has dropped out. Not quite sure what the problem was, whether it was internet, losing electricity, DDoS, whatever the problem was. They found a stand-in. Some guy they found off the street. They're like, yeah, we need someone to play games for us. Do you want to come and play? And he's perfectly happy to do so.
Yeah, Dread probably just called his neighbor or something. Yeah, can you play? Yeah, okay, let's go.
Let's do
Although
this.
it is a rather popular thing. Manager wrote in conference room who it is. Okay, can you see who it is?
Sunlight.
Who's Sunlight?
That sounds familiar. I'm gonna guess that they've used him as a stand-in before, or he's probably one of those, you know, Russian players that has been around on, you know, like Screen Squad or some of the lower tier Russian or CIS teams. It definitely sounds familiar. But we see so often, you know, with Team Empire, Vega, HR, M5, they bring in these players who they play pubs with, and they perform decently well. So let's see whether... Oh. Yeah, I was going to say, Artez, he wants his Morphling. The stand-in has to switch over onto that Spirit Breaker. There's no way.
Yeah. It's a nice little thing now that they noticed before. So, wrong heroes, and now we're good to go. And let's see if Sunlight feeds less than Goddamn.
Oh. Where did we leave? When's the load going to be from? I guess we're going to find out now anyway. Cart can hear us now. He doesn't know him, but he's on a 2-minute delay. We already know who it is. Well, we know his name. We don't know exactly who it is. Game, when do we load in? What is the timing here?
It's a mystery. Let's find out. Hopefully not in the middle of a fight.
It won't be, right? Just wait for the assets to load.
Yep.
It's fine. It's all
Yep.
good. Oh god.
Oh, God, is about to die. Fair enough.
Earthshaker's flying! Earthshaker is flying!
He looks kind of, you know, it's like, oh, just a normal day. Whatever.
Ground pound!
Storm needs to die. That's a good point. Yeah, Storm did zip in to try to save him, and then they chased him towards the Ancients and killed him afterwards.
Oh, this is a mess.
So...
17-minute load. Smiley. Everyone's doing smiley faces like, yeah.
Russian smiley faces, of course. I'm always so concerned once I see somebody use as a Russian smiley face in one of my pubs. And it's like, oh, that Dread. Oh my God, no, we have a Russian.
It's fine. It's fine. So what's the deal here? Are they gonna give the kill from Storm? What are they gonna do? Is he gonna zip himself in? No. Yes. He's zipping himself in. He's gonna get the kill in line. Yoki dropping low. They don't kill the Earthshaker, and now things are turned back around.
This is just stupid, and all of Empire go like, what the hell? Why? This is just silly. I mean, they would have gotten the kill on the... Yeah, they're disconnecting. Yep. I probably wouldn't be happy about that either.
Please continue it as it is now. There are some issues with the loading usually, but everyone's left. Okay.
Oh well, oh well.
Third time lucky?
Hopefully. It's getting a bit annoying.
So-
I think Empire are pretty annoyed though, because they just turned it on to the 3-4-0 fight all of a sudden.
What actually is the deal here? Because
I don't know, because they were discussing it in Russian, I believe, so no clue. I mean, Dread put a lot of smiley faces, so maybe they were just fooling around.
I'm just looking over the Twitch chat right now. They're all going in for the smiley face.
Yeah,
Okay,
and probably
HR.
afterwards they're gonna go for the puppy pose, I'm pretty sure.
Empire agreed to load with stand-in. Please do not change the course of the game. We can't do exactly the same team fight. Well,
Yeah, no, just feed the Earthshaker and the Storm Spirit, right? And it's fine. Lionstorm ES die.
oh my god.
Okie dokie.
Always want to fly laying down the law. He's like, well, these are the guys that died and they're going to die again whether you like it or not.
I mean, in the middle of the game is always a bit more awkward than, say, First Blood, because we've had that happen as well, but feeding First Blood is rather easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is the big problem, placing wards, taking bounty runes, all of that nonsense. Sometimes people move slightly differently. 50 range difference, you can spot out where someone places a ward. There's, it's always difficult remaking a game and having the exact same scenario you did before. This time around, maybe it is down to HR just biting the bullet and saying, well, that's what happened after the load, so we're gonna have to do it again this time. Throw the lives away.
Yeah, I mean, we've had no reply yet from the HR side. I'm always on the fly wants this to happen, and admin apparently agrees, but...
Let's have it as fair as possible. Safe as possible?
Yeah, whatever. I don't know where you get that, but...
Okay, well, Dread has agreed. Storm kills Lion. Storm
But-
ES die. Lion,
Yeah.
Storm ES die. Okay, they've accepted, and Dire should frag like in previous game.
Dota 2 launch bats, Kappa. Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh god, this is a mess.
Right, are we ready? Are we ready to go, guys? Can we get things started? Looks like we're all good to go. Aloha Dance is
Saying something.
I'm not. See, this is the thing. I need a translator. I need you. You were great, Slash. Thank you for in the
I got it
Chinese
for Chinese.
in the Chinese games. You helped me with the effigies and the inscriptions, and you translated everything that outside of Carla I couldn't understand a word, and you helped out there. But now I need someone who can speak Russian because they're saying things and I don't understand what they're saying. It could be interesting little tidbits where okay, well, I'm gonna go and run into the Roche pit and suicide myself, but I doubt that's gonna be the case. Load again. Guys, those of you just joining us this time, this is game number 1 between Hellraisers and Team Empire. Empire were like 5,000 net worth ahead, 2,500 experience ahead before the load. The fight starts off with Earthshaker dying, Storm zips in and kills the Lion, and now Storm has to give up his life to
Basically
to the
runs.
Sand King.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
Okay.
He ran to the ancients before, but I mean it's okay. So I think that's fair. I mean, since nobody is complaining. And oh my god!
That's an issue. That's that's an issue.
Is that the point where we also do the Russian smiley faces?
I think this is the point where we say GG and postpone or something like that. But I'm not too sure. We're gonna leave it down to the admins, of course, and see what they have to say because things are getting a little bit funky. Actually, the experience and gold graphs are just flatlining on me right now. I guess we'll have to wait for them to update and see what's happening there. Dread has disconnected again. Overall, Spirit Breaker is down at the bottom of the net worth chart. HR's pause time has expired.
Unfortunate. I guess they can get another stand-in. I don't know if that works, but Load doesn't mean 10 extra minute force. And now we go ahead with the Russian. Yeah, dispense with the Russian.
Well, guys, this is not an April Fool's. This is the state of Dota right now. Go load.
Otherwise, somebody's got a sick sense of humor. If that's April Fool's.
Grey face. Stop spelling grey with an A. It's an E.
Thank you.
Silly,
I was about to say that.
Silly cart. I'm going to apply my British imperialism on you, whether you like it or not. Ha 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 ha.
Traditional English, after all.
Well, that's the thing. That is the reason why English accents are more commonly used in evil roles in Hollywood. People just see the British accent as a little bit evil, a little bit angry. Back World War champs, mate. Yeah, that didn't happen. Didn't happen.
I'm not gonna get mixed up in this.
Artez is now okay, we're reloading again, guys. Oh, I really wish we'd gone to a break the first time around. Because now it has been a good 20-25 minutes where we've been waiting for this game to really get started. The second lobby's up. Time to join in. Delusion is starting to kick in. Everyone's here? No? Still.
No, Dread's missing.
Oh boy. Come on. You can do it. It's the little engine that could. He can climb the hill. Chugga. What was the issue? Come on.
We could get Light of Heaven to join the slot.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah, do it. Or me, or you.
It's fine.
We can stand in, it's fine.
Just stand in front and check out ultis. It's okay. Dread cannot reconnect. Oh. Go. Return to the competitive scene.
Yeah, why the hell not? I mean, sure, it's on an AA in a support role, but...
It's something. I mean, at least nobody expecting you making big plays. The case, the expectation is low.
Just, exactly, sit in the fountain, launch your ultimates and everything. Oh, Dread's back.
Oh, Dread's here. Okay.
Thank Ice Frog. I'm so glad I've got a shrine in the corner to Ice Frog. I go over there and sacrifice a couple of lizards, and Ice Frog, you know, he blesses me with his presence and brings Dread back into this game. We're getting things underway. Fingers crossed. Touch wood. All of the superstitious crap that we don't have to load again.
Take number 4. Here we go.
I've lost count. I've lost count. It's, well, we had the original game, and then this is what, the third remake now? Yes, this is the third remake. So yeah, you're right. Take number 4. Spectators all loaded, players all loaded. 17 minutes in, Earthshaker in the air. He's gonna die for the for the millionth time. Stormspring has to kill a lion. They're all standing around, just waiting. Come on, it's taking a little bit longer this time.
Oh, why?
Come on. But there we go. It's the same trade as we had before. And now we're in the game for real. No, things are going okay. Things are going okay.
Please don't complain that Quark got the double kill. I don't know if Resolution got the double kill beforehand, but...
Oh, that's a good point.
He's suddenly a bit closer to his orchid.
He is 300 gold closer than he was before. He was sitting on 358 the last load, and now he's sitting 100 gold away. Oh, even less.
It's fine. HR are not complaining, so we're good.
Yeah. Just imagine that remake because Queen of Pain got the double kill this time. Artaz on his bottom lane has 1200 gold to his name. I don't know if he finishes off treads here or thinks about Boots of Travel. What do you still go E-Blade here?
Mad Cow incoming, top lane.
Yeah, they found the co-op. Resolution has already purchased up his Orchid recipe, but getting bashed, stunned. Ice Blast not going to land. Uncharged will not be enough to finish him off as he gets healed up. Magic Stick charges. Keeps him going.
Yeah, the positive earn to counteract the negative earn doesn't work anymore.
Oh,
but Goretz
in a rough spot. Orchid now on Resolution, making his debut. They can't finish him off.
Is he going to die to the Orchid? Yeah, he's going to die.
He dies in the fountain.
Give me 1 second. Right.
Okay. Bye, Slash. Bye, Slash. Leave me alone at this pivotal moment. A Lion running around now with 400 gold. His Blink Dagger going to be pretty useful when going up against Artez on this Morphling. Jump in. Cancel out the Lickens with the Hex. Stun him up in the Finger of Death. Hello, Cart. Yes, you are here. Still here indeed. Hello to come with me in chat. Hello everyone who's watching. Obviously, apologies for the little bit of a mess that we've had. Although Adance falls after Ninja finds that kill. Weave placed aggressively by Always Wanna Fly on the Dazzle as Silent was looking to make his way in possibly. Right. 10 to 13, 90 minutes into the game. Oh boy, forgot about that. The fourth time we load in. I remember it every other time, but there we go. Net worth, 10k up on the Bristleback, while 8.4k Queen of Pain, the Morphling, and Storm Spirit lagging behind us a little bit. But overall, is that right? Yeah, that's got to be right. Empire with about a 7.5k net worth lead, while Experience is still hovering around 2,500. So no big difference from the last time. Charge to who? Charge to top? Yeah.
Top lane once again. Yeah, I'm back. Sorry.
Yoki. He's perfectly fine though. And then you look over to the Roche pit and you think, well, okay. They go for an aggressive play on the Sand King, but meanwhile down south, Roshan goes down. Silent, even if he was difficult to kill before, he's got another life to his name.
Told you, it's pretty impossible. I said 10 minutes, make it 15, shall we? Or 20 even. I don't know if he's gonna die anytime soon. Boots of travel, Morphling. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh well.
That's what I was looking at, thinking, okay, he's saved up more than enough for treads. Boots of travel are more than likely.
Runs into the Morphling right. Can he get the hex off? No.
Well, Storm Spirit up on top lane. They find the kill down on the Queen of Pain with the initial Orchid from Alpha Ninja, so that pays off instantly. Even if Crop, found the kill on Earthshaker with her first Orchid usage, Storm finds the bigger kill and then adds to it with a kill onto Sand King. So what happened down at bot lane? Morphling kills off the Lion.
Yep, pretty much. Lion, he did the right thing, breaking the Lincolns with the mana drain and then hexing the Morphling, but it wasn't enough. He still fell. And Empire now, Silence bashing in the tower, and HR, we mentioned in the draft, their biggest problem, they can't get objectives. Bit hard, charge onto the Dazzle. He's got level 4 Grave, can he get it off? No.
Good bash, and even better Fisher there. Goretz lays down the Echo Slam with the Silent, but Silent just doesn't give a shit. He's tanking through everything. Waveform comes in just to sort of herd him away, but he's still going. Pops the Lincolns now with Nasal Goo.
Come on, do it. 1 on 4, easy.
Easy. Take a look at the Dire Ancients.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Volvo, please?
Hello, Granite Golems? That's not where your home is. They've been booted out by the Black Dragons, evicted by those goofy-looking bastards with their big, stupid teeth. I mean, look
are those teeth or are they like beards?
They're teeth. They're definitely teeth.
They're teeth.
Look at their fangs.
Teeth,
they
look kind of floppy. I don't know.
Whatever, they're stupid dragons. They've kicked out my favorite Granite Golems. Aloha Dance charged up and in jumps Alpha Ninja. Storm finds a nice little kill there. The charge setting things up with the vision and allowing Storm to pick the little old Lion off.
Well, they just threat. Rune's working out for them so far. May just kill everybody apart from the Bristleback.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Empire will probably start grouping up. I mean, if they are just split pushing the whole time, they get picked off so easily by the Spirit Breaker plus Storm. They're not exactly beauties either, the Granite Golems, if you look at it. I mean,
no, I was pointing... Their chests are pretty man-booby.
That's one
and then they've got the secondary man-boobs underneath.
Oh, mid lane, Yoki...
Makes the escape.
Yields himself, yep. And Vision not gonna land. Can they get Vision though? Yep, they can, but onto the Dazzle. And Charge getting cancelled as well. Dazzle's too close to the tier 1 tower. They're not gonna pursue...
Rykov, I'm sorry. I literally just joined in to see the caster circling the breasts of a Granite Golem. Yep, that's what's going down. Yoki finds the stun down, and there's the Orchid from Resolution. They'll finish off the Storm Spirit pretty easily. Rezo gets sunsed up himself, but pops the match.
Yoki, nice self-use.
Yeah, Yoki saves himself. Always want to fly. Walking in the middle of 3 here. Graves himself, and Goretz, the first blink in, catches a couple with Echo Slam. They're going to lose 2. Resolution has to blink himself away.
Who bought back? Storm bought back.
Interesting.
I'm not sure if that was correct. I mean, he TP'd to a spot lane as well, so it was not... Silence still gonna take the tier 2 as it seems.
Meanwhile, Silent on top lane. How much strength does this guy actually want? Oh, wow. Oh, I didn't see that
Resolution gets
coming.
picked off once again.
Yeah, I'm just watching up on top lane. Finger of Death to finish him off. Aloha Dance now going to fall to the Morphling Artes. Pretty simple kill there, but Silent. Silent. He's still
Start
got.
beating the crap out of
He's
people.
still got Aegis Immortal. Like,
Yeah, he's fine.
he
Go.
actually just doesn't care. Artes gets his Lincoln's pop, still fights through the pain. I don't know if they want to stick around. Goretz is incoming. He's got Soul Ring, a stick charge, and then he'll have enough for Fisher.
They can't kill him. I mean, Silence just wanted to. He knew that Aegis was about to run out anyway, so
Under attack.
didn't really matter too much.
Very
Alpha
true.
Ninja though with a haste rune. Once again, they have a nice deep aggressive ward there. He's gonna run into Silence. Silence probably gonna hit him a few times or something. Nah, he's just gonna walk past him. Nothing to do there. Silent, very close to his BKB. Probably just gonna farm this one neutral camp and be done with it. And then they definitely have no way of controlling him. He's gonna run rampant, but can they kite him long enough to kill the rest of his team though?
What the hell's happened to the XP graph? We definitely had a 2,500 XP lead for Empire, and now that lead just never existed. All of a sudden, HR have had the lead the entire time. Oh well, I'm just going to ignore graphs for the next couple of minutes, and we'll look at the differences between them, because it looks like it's a little bit glitched out. Jump onto Silent, they'll get the Vortex down. Along with the charge, they've got enough. Stuns and disables, but the damage, Ice Blast, Fisher, laying down the pain, long-range artillery on the Silent Bash. They can't kill him! He has the most BKB, fair enough, that's a 10-second charge, but they throw every single ultimate down onto him pretty much. Okay, maybe not the Echo Slam. But that was nuts. Another turnaround. Yoki with the epicenter. Oh man!
my god!
Woo!
Damage!
How much minus armor did Morphling have?
They look at his base damage. They look at Silent's base damage.
Oh, that's very true. He's hitting like a truck for about 300 now. As Avaninja finds the line in the back end behind the tier 2 mid. Silent. Running into the middle of the enemy base. Radiant
I
tier
think he's
3.
gonna kill Goretz, isn't he? Oh no,
No, he's gonna
kill
find.
Alpha
Oh,
Ninja
Echo
first.
Slam, that's
Oh,
pretty
they
damn good.
kill
Goretz now, enchant on him, but self-yules from
Oh,
the
they
Sand
kill
King.
him.
They kill Silent, but they lose the Storm in response, Yoki.
They should have graved him. Not sure if he wasn't in range or something, but I was pretty sure that Always on the Fly could have graved him, but maybe couldn't click on him or something. And in the end, Silent does fall, which is a big kill, but he kills the Storm once again.
I don't know. Right. Game number 1 here. 22-20 right now. Hellraisers with a kill lead. Net worth lead still in the way of Empire though. Experience lead. HR have that.
Mid
Charge
lane, double
towards
stun.
mid, but in comes
Yep.
Yoki. 2-man burst strike. Aloha Dance. Looks for Goretz and he'll find him.
They have a Yule Scepter up for him, for the Spirit Breaker if they want to use it, but Morphling is coming as well, so gonna back off. Morphling now picking up the Ghost Scepter, gonna go towards an E-Blade.
Well, Aloha Dance has finished off his Tranquil Boots now, as well as his early Blink Dagger he got. He hasn't really pushed too far into his next item, though. Top lane. Artes spots out an illusion here of Yoki. Just baiting it out a little bit, as Resolution is looking for the jump in and kill, possibly. But 2 illusions here. Sanking Illuse just scouting out. Trying to spot what Hellraisers are doing.
And finally, they have a BKB on the Queen of Pain. She died a lot of times. She died 5 times after Storm got his Orchid. Constantly picking off, getting vision with Spirit Breaker, and then Storm jumps in with AI Ice Blast. And
Tower is under attack.
Resolution now has one way of getting out of the Orchid. We sometimes see Queen of Pains going for Yule Scepter. It's been coming into favor lately, but
Fortified.
Resolution going for the classic build there with a BKB.
Yeah. Have we, like the Spirit Breaker ever since Godam has left and the stand-in has come in, it feels like the Hellraisers have been playing better. Like, this is obviously, there's a factor in that their heroes are scaling decently. Once they got levels on a Spirit Breaker, he's obviously going to be actually doing better himself, regardless of the player. Storm Spirit once he got his Orchid. There are all these things that play in, but he hasn't been going into the middle of 4 heroes and dying unnecessarily.
Yeah.
Storm. Farming out the dire jungle, while Silent spots him out, throws down the nasal goo just as a little hello. Artes is pretty deep here as well, but they've got backup. Goretz is ready with Blink, but defensively jumps back into the trees.
There's a Dazzle behind Silent, so if they jump on the Bristleback, I think... Oh, yeah, that did like nothing. That
Wow.
E-Blade.
Like maybe if you throw that onto the Dazzle, you can kill him, but when Bristleback has his back turned,
Bot
he's
lane,
doing about
they're
400
gonna jump
damage.
onto Dread. Dread goes back in the nick of time, so not gonna get caught out. The Resolution also picks up a gem to keep map control. You're currently seeing that the Radiant have absolutely no vision whatsoever.
Who actually bought that gem? Because when I hover over it says owned by blank. It must be one of the supports. There's no way the Resolution buys his own gem right now.
I highly doubt it. Might have been Aloha Dance. Because Yoki completed a 4-star recently, so...
Well, Roshan's back up, and with the minus armor they've got over on the dire side, pretty easy. Just snatch and grab here.
AI was gonna come in, but no, let's be honest, it's not gonna deter them really.
No. All of the lanes have been pushed in, so Empire have got this momentum going for them. They can go in with ease. There's going to be no follow-up here at all. While Dread is closing in on his agony. He's 700 gold away right now, in fact.
They were considering giving up the Aegis to the Queen of Pain, thinking that Science is tanky enough, but just to be sure, they still give it to the Bristleback. I'm pretty sure next Aegis is not going to go towards him, and then he can take the cheese and let Corp have the Aegis.
Radiant's middle
Yep.
tower is under attack.
Resolution can start looking at selling off his bottle and his magic stick. Ice Blast and Fissure. Slow down, silence, advance, but damage-wise, limited. With Dazzle able to just throw a heal down onto him, taking back up to full health. There's no earn charges, though, which is always a little bit scary when you're pushing up high ground up against an AA. You know, you want the Ice Blast to hit you early, then you want to back up, heal up, and then push back in while it's on cooldown. If you've got no earn charges, you're heavily relying on Shadow Wave, and that's it.
I believe A can get his Agnum Scepter before they really go high ground. I mean, he's essentially one Midas usage away, but Empire, they're not going to wait for it. Oh no, he sold something. What did he sell?
I'm not too sure. Ice Blast's going to hit onto low hard hands. That's going to drop him low, especially when Storm Spread jumps all the way from Fountain. He's got no mana left. Bloodstone will allow him to respawn a little bit faster, but do you buy back here? Doesn't look like you've defended your tier 3s. Doesn't look like you need to buy back right now. Silent is running you down, but his BKB is on cooldown. Yoki, Burst Strike's up and ready, but the follow through from Empire, now they've lost their 2 supports, is relatively limited.
Yeah, Dazzle is a crucial hero here. You need him for the sustain for the push. So, absolutely correct decision there. I really forgot what Dread sold. I'm pretty sure he sold something to get his Agnums. Whatever. Maybe somebody in chat can tell us later.
Cut.
Resolution, does he see the courier?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes he does.
he's at
Oh,
1,
it's dead.
2.
Radiant's courier.
That's a full use scepter on it.
Oh man, Reslo's getting charged up. His BKB is on cooldown, but Silent is here. The guy in between. Oh man, the bashes! Along with a Fissure, they bring him down. E-Blade down to the line as now Silent's being charged. Well, not literally charged, but, you know, bull rushed by the rest of
1
HR.
on 5.
Here comes the charge, though. Silent caught between a rock and a hard place. As Aegis Immortal gets dropped, do they stick around and kill him?
Yoki's here, Yoki's here.
Yoki. Force Blinker now into the Burrow Strike. Gorat's stunned, but self-fuel. Silent fighting up between everybody. Jacob probably going to fall here just to pull sprays and a couple of right clicks. But Yoki, Burrow Strike in one. Oh, no. Can't Burrow Strike when you're bashed up. Now, always want to fly E-Blade, but no final damage output there from Artez onto that Dazzle.
He's gonna replicate. Yeah, but he's really low on mana now. Can they find him? No, he's got enough mana for TP.
What a
Dire's
messy,
middle
messy
tower
fight.
is under attack.
HR come out on top, just the fact that they got the Queen of Pain early on, and they just continued fighting through it. Taking down Aegis Immortal on the Bristleback is a great bonus for them. But I've got to say, Morphling with that E-Blade did a lot of damage in that team fight, taking down heroes instantly.
Oh yeah, he's hitting a stride really, and won't be long then he's gonna pick up his Skadi. It's getting difficult for Silence to just stay on target and kill him. With just Storm always zips in the backline, Morphling does the same really, and they kill the backline heroes before Silence can do anything, and then in the end they kite him to death. That's pretty much the play.
Well, always want to fly pretty deep on this lane right now. Artez is in the vicinity. If he spots out this Dazzle, there's going to be hell to pay. Always want to fly. Oh, they've seen him. Artez, waveform. Well, the E-Blade's first. It's a little bit slow. Adaptive Strike now is going to be able to cancel the TP, though. It all works out in the end for the Morphling as he gets stunned up, but he still finds a kill onto the Dazzle.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Fighting. Hex, yep. Lincoln's on cooldown for 10 seconds now. If they can continue this damage, then maybe.
He's too
Maybe
fast,
no,
though.
no, maybe not. The stuns
Finger.
are overlapped and there's no way they can kill off Artez.
Hmm.
He's got too much HP. And now Yoki might be the one to fall.
Oh, nice blink out there just when Spiritbreaker started raising his head
Oh.
to cast.
Resolution? Bashed up. Akanshi Sajuro now finding the damage down onto Rezo, but Bristleback comes in.
Dread, where are you running?
Oh boy. Oh boy, Dread, hello. Walks into the middle of 3, and this is something we saw from them earlier on. Resolution debuffs out that E-Blade hit from Artez as Storm Spirit wants to join in the fun. Zips forward. BKB is, what, expiring in half a second time? They finish him off. 4 staff, zip forward. Yoki has... No, he doesn't. He's got nothing left.
No
No Yules,
interrupt.
no stun. Nothing left to stop that TP out.
Yeah, Storm dodged his Boros Strike the first time with a nice zip forward.
Tower has fallen.
And Art is also claiming the tier 1 tower in the mid, so it's looking good for HR overall. It's really come back into this game. I mean, gold lead is pretty much 0.
Yoki with a Burrow Strike now down onto Artez, but he's going to wish he hadn't. Loses 2/3 of his health to that E-Blade Adaptive Strike combination. But the biggest problem I have right now for Empire, they're losing their supports instantly. Always want to fly in all dance. You know, it's not as though they're positioning themselves badly. Their positioning has been decent. It's just that Artez, along with Dread's Ice Blasts, they find these supports, they kill them at the start of the fight, and then you've got this tanky ass Bristleback, but without the sustain from Shadow Wave, without the disables from Lion, they rely on Yoki landing, you know, 3 or 4 man Burrow Strikes, which it's just, you know, it's going to be out of his mind trying to pull these things off.
Yeah, it's quite a tall load, isn't it? But overall, I think the main reason those 2 supports, they don't have defensive items. Like, neither of them have a Force Staff or a Yule Scepter or a Ghost Scepter. And that's what's hurting them too a lot, I think. I mean, Aloha Dance picks up an Ogre Club wanting to go for BKB, but so far you're still a long way off.
That's the thing.
They haven't Abyssal Blade on the Bristol though, so they might be able to lock down the Storm and kill him. Smoke's
Oh,
gonna
they know
break.
exactly where
They
Artez
find
is.
him.
They get the Hex down, and that'll be his death. Killing spree goes the way of Yoki on that Sand King. But back to your point, you know, you mentioned Yule Scepter. That's such a great item. Forget about Ghost Scepter because you've obviously still got the nuke damage from Storm and Morphling with Adaptive Strike and Remnants and things like that. But if you build up that slow, incremental Yule Scepter, it's easy, tiny little items that you build up over time. You don't have to spend 1,000 gold, 1,600 gold, put down a deposit on a freaking house to pick up this item. Then you're dodging out Orchid from the Storm, E-Blade from the Morphling. When you get charged up or fissured, things like that. Ice Blast, you know, there's so many things here that Yules is really good against.
I mean, Yoki, he buys you pretty much like Tranquil Wood Soaring Use on every single hero, ever. And Silence, he doesn't have the Aegis, but, I mean,
Radiant's
pops the Crimson Guard, so Fortify is being forced out there. HR, they do have a buyback on the Morphing, but ideally they really wouldn't want to use it.
Oh, Ice Blast hits. Here comes the charge in. They cancel it out, knowing that Silent is that bulwark on the front lane. On the front line, even.
Morphling up in 5 seconds, but range tracks will fall for sure.
Yep. Already down as Empire cut their losses and back themselves up. Range
I don't
tracks,
know,
that's
would
more
you?
than enough for them right now.
Yeah, but would you have bought back on Morphling? I mean, it's been 20 seconds only, but still, I mean, if that saves your range tracks, would you have done it?
I don't think it's that important. I don't think the range racks is, you know, vital for the Morphling to buy back, especially when he's sitting on, you know, 2.5k gold. He wants to finish off the Mantra of Skadi. I'm going to assume he goes for the Skadi just to tank himself up a little bit more. Mantra is going to be good against the Orchid from Quap, just in case your Lincolns gets popped by Hex or something like that. But we'll see. We'll see what it goes for.
Smoke up! Big Echo Slam, they instantly take on the Dazzle and Silence facing them there with his head. So. Whoa.
Facing them with his head. Mega
Yeah.
kill streak from Silent going the way of Dread on that AA, and that gives him a pretty massive amount of gold. In fact, what's the exact amount? 700. 700 gold going the way of Dread there, and it's up to 2,000. Now, after the Axe Midas, you know, on an AA, rarely do we see them buy an additional big item. Sometimes we see a Force Staff if they're very lucky. If they're being good boys and Santa visits them, then they get themselves a Force Staff.
Yoki is getting started there by the Remnant, but Fisher is not gonna land, so he will be able to blink out. Goretz a bit awkwardly blinking towards the trees. Well, since Silent doesn't have any buyback, that should be 2 easy towers, and Roche is about to come as well.
But yeah, AA, E-Blade, Hex. I'm pretty sure he's saving up for a big item here. He's not going to go for something piddly like a force down for a Yule. Stuns down onto Yoki, and in they come. Ninja finds the Vortex,
grave.
but big old grave from Aloha Dance. Always want to fly.
Himself Yules.
Remnants.
Yep.
See ya. Can't escape from that, and Tier 2 tower down in the spot lane is going to go down. Resolution finds Dread, who is lurking around up at top, though.
Dire's bottom tower.
It was a nice attempt, I guess, but with Sanking down, does he have buyback?
Yes.
Sanking does have buyback, so HR looks like they won, maybe. Well, they could, in theory, go for Roshan, but no. Morphling TP's away. It was mid lane, and it's gonna be the Scarly.
Has he finished it up? All
No.
pretty much done. 2,000 gold in the bank still. He's got the 2 little orbs in his inventory. So he'll head himself over to that side shop, secret shop, hidey hole shop, while Empire have something different on their minds. Smoked up, Roshan's alive, and that's probably going to be their port of call. I don't think heading into the Radiant jungle and trying to find a pick-off is vital for them. They just want that additional strength to break high ground. Aegis on the Queen of Pain, Cheese on the Bristleback, it's going to be enough.
He doesn't have a slot, but he drops
does.
his Hyperstone, in fact.
Yeah.
So Dazzle can carry it, but the thing is, Dazzle always dies in the fights. I'm
Oh,
not quite sure about that decision, but hey. Probably still in Aegis is still worth it. I mean, it's still better than Hyperstone, I guess.
oh, that's the thing. I was expecting Cheese to go on the Bristol and Aegis Immortal to go on the Queen of Pain.
Mm-hmm.
Because Queen of Pain is the one that I feel that she can get locked down that little bit harder and take. Obviously, she can be killed quicker. The fact that Silent is closing in on 3k HP, he's got plenty of armor and the damage block as well. Goretz
Goretz. He's got Blink up.
should be okay for now.
We're not gonna find him.
14 Bloodstone charges up on Alpha Ninja. Oh man. Oh man, they know. They know he's here somewhere, but he's gonna TP himself out.
Yep. Good play once again, Zip TP. An Artist, though, he doesn't really want to leave the lane just yet. Ideally, like he sees Silence going away, and then he can start split pushing once again, and looks like that's gonna be the case. Meanwhile, bot lane, Dual Scepter being popped there onto the AA. Ice Blast is not gonna connect, but there's a charge incoming.
Oh, they see him. They know where he is. They land the E-Blade and a Adaptive Strike.
In 1 second.
TP, but I mean Blink even. Blink.
Yep.
Yeah, Spirit Breaker cancels the charge. You never know quite where the rest of Empire are, but the pings come out. They realize, hang on a sec, there's 4 Empire heroes mid. We could have killed off Yoki and then backed ourselves up, TP'd back down. It looks like that's what Goretz is looking for.
They have no glyph. They have no glyph.
Oh man,
That's Rex down.
Goretz,
No, they have glyph.
Goretz has no TP. Alpha Ninja TP on cooldown. He's zipping through the jungle. Everybody, in fact, had TP on cooldown or just doesn't have one straight up. So Rax completely gone in this mid lane. Empire are sort of scratching their heads, thinking, "Hey, hang on a second. They're not defending. We took Roshan, so it's not like they've gone for that. Our lanes are pushed out. Our base is not in trouble. Where the hell are our opponents? But it's just the fact they got caught out with their pants down. Ice Blast has hit. Storm jumps in. Always want to fly. Grips himself up. And Alpha Ninja, he's caught out there by Resolution Sonic Wave. Big old dunk in from the Echo Slam Earthshaker. And it looks like HR might just clean up this fight. Sending Silent up in the air, and he's the last man standing right now. Fighting up against 2 pretty tanky heroes. Sure enough, he's got the damage to do it. It's Artez dropping low. 3 hits from Silent. Ripped
He's got
through.
Aegis. He's got Aegis.
That's very
Just
true.
saying.
Turn and fight. Artez, E-Blade is back off cooldown in 3 seconds time. Adaptive Strike in 5. Along with the Ice Blast, they've definitely got enough damage to finish him off a second time. Oh boy. Oh boy.
They're winning the fights, but
Yeah.
in terms of strategic decision making, that was a bit of a blunder there. I guess space created by Yoki. And then leading them around.
What player, minimum of 5 games, has the most average kills done with Sonic Wave? Hint, North American player well known.
So one of EG's players? Who plays Queen of Pain? Is it Arteezy?
Artesius is on secret now.
Oh,
They've
yeah.
got Sumail
Right.
now, who I don't know if he's played Queen of Pain.
No.
He plays a lot of Storm and Shadow Fiend.
Exactly. It's like, I can't really
North-
recall Arteezy playing that much of.
North American
Queen of Pain.
player. I kind of Like, is he on a team right now? Actually,
Lion
Artez
Arts.
tries to find the kill on Lion, and with a charge, they'll definitely do so. Can we get a clue? Is he on a team right now? Yoki, Hex stop, and they're going to find a couple of really big pickoffs here. Sanking and Lion both down. Bristleback, in fact, is still dead from the engagement up at top.
One more charge. It's going to get cancelled.
They are currently on a team. Okay.
They?
Yeah, he means he is.
Tower is under attack.
Hmm.
I don't know. I'm actually not sure at all.
I don't know. I've seen Fear play a lot of Queen of Pain, I guess.
Don't nitpick.
Well-known player who plays Queen of Pain. Well, really, I'm completely out. No clue. I really don't know the North American scene that well.
I don't know. Just give us the answer. Just tell us what the answer is, Cart. While Resolution and Low had ants and hiding behind their own tier 2, no racks or tier 3s have fallen just yet for HR. That's the big thing. They're winning these team fights, they're finding the advantageous pickoffs and turning things back in their favor.
Yeah, I mean, it's still, with only one lane down, it's still very much doable. I mean, Empire, their strength is waning. And overall, having a core sanking is nice and everything, but Urshik is caught up rather nicely with the Shiva's guard of his own, and Silent, he's essentially 6-slotted already. He can't get any fatter than this. I guess you can swap the Crimson Guard for a Heart, and then swap Sanj and Yasha for Skadi? What else can you do?
Wait, Cart just said it's black. He's not a North American player.
That's not a North American player, exactly.
Are you for real? Cart, hello?
He's German. So he recently joined Tinker.
Black is not a North American player. It's irrelevant what team he's on. He is from Germany.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's
That's like saying that Koikma is an American player right now. Yeah, they're an NA team.
Yes, an NA team, but he's not an NA player. He's a European player that plays on an NA team.
Get dunked.
Oh well.
That's a mass. The thing is, like Empire, they've had that gem at one point, but okay, never mind. Let's see the fight. Alpha Ninja's a bit low on mana here, but
BKB's up
13 Bloodstone charges
with the E-Blade, man. Yoki has to use himself. He's got 4-stab and blink and might. Nope, not quite getting himself out. Is over in the back lines. Finger of Death down. Queen of Pain, Sanking, Lion, and Dazzle are all out of the fight. Silent once again finds himself in this 1 versus 5 or 1 versus 4 position. And there's no way he's actually battling through it. No buybacks available for anyone on Empire, and this could lead to 2 lanes of racks down.
Honestly, the wards are winning each other games so hard. They're finding so many pickups because of them. They have so many good aggressive wards for a really long time, and Empire didn't manage to de-ward them, or just didn't place any priority on it, I guess. And they're constantly catching those heroes off guard. It's mostly been Resolution. He started 9 times on Queen of Pain.
Well, they had a great start. They've taken mid-racks, but at this point in the game, you're losing these big team fights, especially when you're losing team fights outside of your base. You know, it's been this age-old thing where you pick your engagements where you want to go and take objectives. For the entirety of the game, for the first 45 minutes or so, all of the fights were outside HR's base, with buybacks, with, you know, defenders' advantage. They managed to slowly but surely turn them around. And then the one fight they get outside of Empire's base, all of a sudden 2 lanes of racks are down.
No, I mean, they currently have no solution to the Morphling anymore. It's getting to the point where Silence, just his Bristleback is not enough. And you see how HR are playing, they just ignore the Bristleback. They just kill everybody else. E-Blade, oh my god, that nearly one-shot always on the fly here.
He creates himself up. Roshan, we'll find out when he spawns in 5 seconds or so. But no, I think that you've tried to troll and failed. Always on a fly taken out by the Storm Spirit. It's not a ruse cruise. You try to defend yourself. If you'd gone lol trolled and said April Fools or something, then yeah, I would give it to you and say, well done. You've baited me pretty hard and I've been triggered. But right now, we're looking at this game and seeing Hellraisers run away with it a little bit here. It's gone from Empire having, you know, a 5,000 net worth lead, for half the game or so, but Hellraiser's
Charge
for
on the Resolution
fight
Hex.
after fight. Resolution pops his BKB and turns around to Hex up after a ninja. The Storm Spirit actually held in place by the Lion there. Goretz battling through, uses himself up. Silent is still difficult to take down. When he's got teammates around, Silent is a beefy old guy. Epicenter onto Dread. Yoki just trying to throw out as much as he can onto whoever he can. Dread will fall. Silent is still tanking through it all, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. Queen of Pain buys back. Dread on pretty low health, and Artez has an ultra kill to his name. Let's see if we can make it a rampage. GG is called. Doesn't look like they're going to give him the chance. He heads into the fountain. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. Resolution. Does he die? No! With a fissure, but there's no rampage from Artez, and the game ends there. Game number 1 going the way of Hellraisers here in this 2-game series up against Empire. Man.
I believe in that fight just outside the base. That was the first epicenter actually from Yoki.
Oh.
Before that, he would always blink Burrow Strike the whole time, and that's it.
We've seen a couple, like up on top lane. We've seen 1 or 2 when they were trying to push in, but that was the first one that was like in a team fight.
Yeah, exactly. It always seemed to be that he couldn't get in a good epicenter position because he had to blink Burrow Strike in somewhere. Aloha Dance, that's a bit painful to watch then with those stats. 4, 19, and 8, minus 1.6 fantasy points.
Yeah.
I don't really think that he's played that badly, but like Empire, they just got caught in general. Just as a team, they got picked off way too much. Silent couldn't go against the whole enemy team at some point. It's just they got too tanky, they got too far ahead.
Well, let's see what they've got in game number 2. Game number 2, which is now 45 minutes delayed. I'm not sure what we're going to do with the NIP BBC game. I'll try and keep you guys up to date, but we'll be back in a couple of minutes. Go and check out joindota.com and have a look at the group stage matchups here in the D2CL European group stages. We'll be back soon with game number 2 between Hellraisers and Team Empire. Don't go anywhere.